my daughter, I don't allow her on that stuff at all.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Even with this whole, oh, you could become a celebrity child nonsense. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, it's actually quite a dangerous place
Mm-hmm.
nowadays because you have this barrier, and a whole bunch of insecure and because if you're coming on to bully, usually bullies are insecure,
Mm-hmm.
they're not confident, so they use this screen to you know
Yeah.
it's probably a really fat person. It's like really a whole bunch of fat people body shaping her.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's really strange.
Mm. And one thing that people always talk about bullying is a direct reflection of internal insecurities that are not dealt
Absolutely.
with. And it's funny,
Absolutely.
like even when we are on these platforms, and we tell people, by the way, deal with certain things that you have in your life. If you go need to see a counselor to deal with stuff, go deal with it instead of taking it out on somebody else for no reason. And for you, have you ever been bullied apart from the silly guy in the UK who did not get you 500 pounds? Have you ever experienced that at all?
Are you kidding? You need to go back to Get Down. Is it Get Down? Because I had just had my baby.
Uh huh.
Woo.
Well, it's like, what did they
I
say?
left some of the comments up. You just need to go back. But I think I'm one of those very secure people myself.
Uh huh.
So I read and I'm like, okay, whatever. Anyway, next.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you
Yeah.
must be really sad to
Yeah.
be just
Yeah, get a life.
attacking me. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But luckily in those days, this whole stuff was new.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. It's not like tenfold now.
yeah,
You
because
know.
we're all online now.
Yep.
So your value comes from being online. It's quite scary.
Yeah. E, there's a question that you had wanted to ask Habida, and I know you've been saving that question before we get back into the mix. Shoot the question.
Yeah, I think I
Highlights,
talked a lot about it, and
Uh-huh.
we're talking about the structures that we've tried to put in place in this music industry,
Mhm.
and how much how hard it has been for Kenyan artists to convert,
Mhm.
because this is a business.
Yeah.
It's people invest a lot, in the whole production process is capital intensive.
Mhm.
So to Habida, how is it right now? What do you think? How, when you look at it as a Kenyan artist, is it as rewarding as it was?
Say the truth.
Okay, so
And you
Yeah.
can use fudge where necessary.
I think for me, the reward is actually the fact that I have support from home, and then I have to go outside to make money.
Mhm.
I tried to open up a studio. I don't know if you remember, and my dream was to give female artists a safe space
Mhm.
to come into a studio and record their music, because
Yeah.
sometimes the sexual harassment
Mhm.
is
That's a real
insane.
thing. Yeah.
So no financial backing.
Mhm.
One,
Yeah.
it was very difficult to tell any kind of investor that there is a return on investment.
Mhm.
And then obviously I found out that to run a studio where you're making money, you have to run ads.
Mhm.
So you make money from your ads,
Yeah.
your adverts,
Yeah.
your movies,
jingles
and Yeah,
whatnot.
jingles,
jingles,
what.
voiceovers,
Scoring,
yeah.
whatnot,
So then you end up losing what the whole reason,
yeah.
and I had to shut down. I shut it down because I'm one of those, I can't sell out, man. I really struggle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That
And
makes
that's-
3 of us in this studio.
Yeah.
We all have that story, by the way.
Yeah,
Funny
but I
enough.
think the older I get now, I'm like, okay,
You
the
should have
hustle
sold
is
out.
real. The hustle is real. To
Yeah.
do this, you have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
E, that's very familiar to you, isn't it?
What?
It's very familiar to you.
Oh yeah, it is.
Set-
It is.
setting
I
up
also,
studio
yeah,
and-
I also
You gotta
invested
do
in
what you gotta do.
a couple of artists. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like,
yeah, it gets to a point where you now just have to look at the balance.
Yeah.
Now. You can't go broke. Investing in music. You have to
That's
keep
true.
a balance. Yeah.
That's true.
But I have another question. This is from DJ Van.
Mhm.
First of all, he says iyo ngoma mpya ya Habida Queen
Big tune.
iko sawa, ni noma sana.
Asante
And then
sana.
another thing is yani imeanza na
Uh-huh.
Habida hazeekangi anakaa tu same. So tell us, what is the secret of staying this young, this beautiful, you know?
Listen, man, I work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I work out. If you come on my Instagram, you'll see I'm all about that working out.
Okay.
I work out hard, but I
Yeah.
think I get it from my mama.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
That's beautiful. I know we're just about to, unfortunately, let you go into the world
Okay.
with the sunshine that you came in with. But you mentioned that you love your mama, and I love that. Apparently, I was reading up, and I saw a few things.
Okay.
That you absolutely love your mom, and I don't want you to leave this studio this morning without saying a few good things about her. Letting us get a little bit of the love that you have about her, and maybe it can inspire a few of the mothers out there, who sometimes, don't get that love. Maybe they can listen to somebody talking about their mom in that fashion and be like, wow,